Hello and welcome to Master Forex Academy. This is Master Pro speaking, and today it's the 12th of March, 7:25 South African time, just before London markets open. I'm going to be giving you a quick market analysis on USDCAD, and that is on H1, moving also into a lower time frame. So normally what I'll do, I'll look on a higher time frame just to check at what the overall trend direction is looking like, and then we'll then quickly go to a lower time frame just to check for scalping entries. Then we'll decide whether I should hold the trade long term after getting that sniper entry. So currently what I always look into is to check what is the dominant trend that the market is looking at. So if you can check here at the bottom, the market found a very strong, significant demand zone around that area on that doji, and then it came back to try and break that area. It was faced with great rejection, and then it started moving into that uptrend. So what you'll notice over here is that the market was moving on a very smooth uptrend all the way. It tested that area, it shot up, it came back to test that area again, tried to move back up until it managed to break that area. So the first thing that you notice over there is the fact that the overall bullish uptrend that started over there, it got broken. Now, as you can see that it got broken over there, you should not immediately think that now we're off going to a downtrend, because what you need to look into around this area over here, this area over here gives us a support area, which means that we can still get a continuation of a market that's ready to continue buying. So there'll always be delayed buyers who come in late into the first, who couldn't get an early entry over there or a second entry over there. Now this is yet another opportunity that can come to fetch those buyers. So now, if you are trading this, you obviously need to go to a lower time frame, maybe a time frame of M5 or M15 to get your sniper entry if you are to buy. So this might be a short-term buy again, depending on how the market is looking like. So on a lower time frame, you'd want to check if it gets up to that area, will it then break it? If it does break it, you can add additional buy trades moving up there. But if it gets rejected, then you might start looking into selling, coming back to test that zone, and you are looking at the number of touches. It will be 1, 2, 3. There's that touch over there, and it holds. Then there's going to be a very strong continuation to buy. However, the market, every single time you're looking at the market analysis, you must never look into a market as a one-dimensional market. The market is always two-dimension. And then the third dimension, whereby it's moving sideways, we don't make money with that. So if you're looking at the market, look at the probabilities of if it is to go up, how will it go up? But at the same time, you need to look, if this market is to continue pushing down, what's the probability and how will the market look like if it is to continue going down? So over here, I'm seeing this low on this week over here. So now price did test this area, got rejected, now creating a very strong area where there could be potential strong buys that can come from this area, because now this area has now become what we call a demand zone. So it then can come back straight, as if it finds support, it will continue to push up. Now, if you're going to a lower time frame, I'll show you, like, let's say we check on M5, we're getting strong buys from this area. So now if you're buying from that area, you can obviously look in when you're looking left. That's a strong area where you can be able to set your TP. So if you're taking any buy trade around this area, TP1 will be at 1.34849. Then that will be your TP1. But if it does break this area, obviously you can always re-enter an additional buy and continue moving up like that. So now in this type of a trade, obviously what you'll want to look at, if the market retraces, as I said on my higher time frame analysis, we'll be looking into selling. But if it breaks that area and then retest above it, we'll continue to look into those buy trades over there. And also, if you can see here, there's some sort of like a trend line that's moving over there. So that could be the first point where you can find some rejection. But if it also does break that area, that could also be another potential zone where you can add your additional buy trades, especially if you're looking at this area over here. This area, it created a very significant level whereby it could be a strong area to buy at. And at the same time, it can be a very strong area that can push the market further lower. So now let's look into a probable setup if the market it is to shoot going down. So quickly over here, you'll see that set the market is having a significant demand zone, but if it breaks this zone, now your first probable entry for selling, your first sell trades will be anywhere around beneath that area over there, beneath that 1.34693 zone. That is where that area for selling would start at. And then now what you also need to look into is the fact that same around this area, if you look at this price level, there is over there an area around price 1.34655 where the market might still find a bit of support, because previously tried to break that area, it failed, and then it continued moving up. So you might find a bit of support on your minor time frames around that price level, and then another support around the time frame on a lower time frame around price 1.34609. Might find like a bit of support when the market is coming to these areas, but every single time it breaks those levels, you will then tend to see the market continuing bearish. But if it finds support and then it reverses, it then may continue bullish around those price levels. So these are just areas where if the market keeps on breaking those levels, I continue to add additional sell trades. And if we break these two levels, definitely the next one will be this area to look into. And if that area also gets broken, this area over here gets broken, I add another additional sell trade. And my final TP will be here at the bottom around price 1.34355. That is how I am looking at this market. So where would you set your TP? So if you are to enter around about, if the market is to break this level at price 1.34693, then your entry, if it's there, TP1, you can look into setting TP1 at 1.34613, then TP2 at 1.34541. That is on a lower time frame. And then your final TP obviously will be set at around about price 1.34355. So look at our lower time frame over here. You know that lower time frames will always give you a lot of, if you're checking over here, there's a lot of rejection up and down. There's a lot of volatility. Buyers and sellers are fighting. Buyers are trying to remain in charge. It's a strong demand zone. Sellers are like, nah, let's get it back down onto that area so that we can break it. And that's why once you get into your trade, you relax. Once you understand what direction you're executing your trades, you enter and you relax. Stop tatazelling, because if you tatazel, you're having fear. And if you're having fear, you ain't gonna make money, because scared money makes no money when it comes to trading. So if you want to make money, ensure that you keep at it. So guys, let me quickly show you here on this lower time frame so that I can also get into my trading real quick. So if the market does break this area, especially during the London Open, then this is where we're going to go with those heavy sells. And as I said, once there is a break around that price or that price, then we can keep on adding those sell trades until that area over there. So if the market does find support in any of these levels, then you know what to do. Find support, continuing to buy, just like that. So now this is my outlook of USDCAD on the 12th of March. I'm signing off at the capital city of South Africa in Pretoria, mainland Maine.
From a milli to a billion, Came from a village to a city and I thinking that I finna be doing better. Gotta get the money like a cool trader. My